So many players around the country think that receiving a collegiate opportunity to go play basketball is a pie in the sky dream. It's a lottery ticket mentality. As long as I'm in the right place at the right time, then it will happen for me. In today's video, we're going to be talking about and actually demystifying and unveiling some secrets to help you increase 10x, 100x, 1000x your percent chance to actually receive that collegiate offer. Let's get it. Hey guys, what's up? It's Coach Graham, and welcome back to Point Five Basketball Video Podcast, your weekly video podcast where we talk about all things basketball. We do film breakdowns, we do skills and drill tutorials, we do player profiles, and we really on this channel give you a deep dive, a behind the scenes, a coach to player conversation so that you can gain perspective, so that you can elevate your performance on and off the basketball court. So if that's something that you're definitely into, please don't hesitate to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, share this video. If you find value in this content, man, share this video out with the homies, share this video out with the squad. Let's go ahead and get it. Guys, in today's video, we are talking about recruitment. In today's video, we are talking about strategies. We're talking about we're unveiling secrets that's going to help you elevate your recruitment process wherever you are at in your journey. We are going to 5x, 10x, 100x. Even if we in today's video get 1% better toward receiving that collegiate opportunity to further your education, we're doing it on this video today. 4 different parts of this video. Okay, part number 1, we're going to talk about understanding the landscape. Okay, where are we all at in this whole process? Then after that, we're going to go into how to elevate your on court performance. Then we're going to talk about some off court strategies. And then lastly, how to put it all together to make this really impressive first look. I mean, just being honest, when you're trying to receive a collegiate opportunity, you are trying to romance coaches to say, hey, that guy's worth investing in. Number 1, understanding the landscape. Here's what you need to know. You need to understand the odds that you're up against, okay? I will be lying to you if I sit here and say, oh, yeah, man, receiving a collegiate opportunity is easy as 1, 2, 3. Wrong. Not accurate at all. In fact, here's some numbers for you. 550,000 male players every single year play basketball, high school basketball, and say, bro, I'm going D1. I'm going D1. Okay, I got you. I hear that's your aspirations. Let's talk about it for real. 550,000. Of that 550,000, out of the very small percentage that actually do go on to play college basketball, life after high school basketball, only 1 out of 110 end up playing NCAA Division 1. 110. So, take that for what it's worth. Now, those numbers do get slightly better with this. 1 out of every 17 end up going to go play college, period. Okay, so we are now talking about Division 2, Division 3, JUCO. 1 out of every 17 players who get the opportunity to go play basketball after college do play college, and then but 1 out of every 110 actually end up playing NCAA. Here's another stat for you. If we're just talking numbers, only 14% of the U.S. population is actually taller than 6 foot. 14%. And less than 1% of the male population, is less than 6'4", is taller than 6'4". Just take that for what it's worth. Am I saying? What am I saying? You know what I'm saying. We have to be realistic about our approach here, because that's what we do on this channel. We gain perspective so we can elevate our performance. And so now that you understand some of the numbers, let's kind of talk about it. Live weekends in AAU shoe contract basketball have absolutely revolutionized the way college coaches are getting out into the masses when it comes to live weekend. Guys, as we stand right now, there are 6 weekends. There's a weekend in April. There's a weekend in June, and 2, 3 weekends in July. I think there's a weekend late March that you have an opportunity to legally get in front of collegiate coaches. They legally have an opportunity to talk and communicate with you about you coming to their campus to go play basketball. Okay, that's every other time after that, it's kind of got to be more sleight of the hand and everything else like that. But I just want you to understand that live weekend shoe contract, they're not coming into gyms anymore. They're Unless you are like on their radar, top of the list, they're not coming into your gym. 2005, 2006, before AAU kind of took the jump, and EYBL and Adidas Gauntlet took the jump that it did. They were showing up. They would spend days, we got a couple guys we're going to take a look in the area. They'll try to get them all in the same gym. Guys, that's not a thing anymore. Unless you're high on their priority list already, like, yeah, we think we can get this guy, they're not showing up to your practice. They're not showing up to your open gym, okay? So let's just keep it real. Let's just be mindful of that. And then the reality, I know some people maybe say, well, when they do come to the gym, I'm going to just try to get, yes, that's a very small percent chance of people who actually, have a great enough practice or have a name enough for themselves to kind of, sneak underneath the radar, underneath riding somebody else's coattails, I guess you would say that. But that opportunity is few and far between. College coaches have very little time to do a lot of work. So, their focus has to be on boom, boom, boom. Get in, get out, say what's up, make the relationship, get you to come to my school because I got to drive another 6.5 hours up the road to meet somebody else. The transfer portal. The transfer portal has become a eyesore. Um, if I may, that with the combination of the NIL, guys, the NIL is real, right? Name, image, and likeness. That competitive pay to pay Division I athletes for the marketability that they have is a real thing. And that has absolutely revolutionized the transfer portal. Guys, I think I looked at the numbers the other day, and I think we have some like 15, like 20% of everybody who's in the NCAA. We're sitting here talking about a video of guys of how to get to the NCAA, right? Division I basketball. And what you don't even realize is there's 20 to 30% of the guys who just played this year are putting their name into the NCAA portal and saying, nah, I gotta get out of this situation. What? Hold on, stop. Bro, you made it. Bro, you go to Baylor, fam. Like, what do you need? What do you need to go somewhere else for? Oh, bro, they ain't paying me enough. What? When did it become about the money? I digress. Okay, the money is kind of important to live. Whole separate video. We'll talk about it later. So, NIL and the combination with the NIL and transfer portal have absolutely just created an extra wrinkle, an extra factor that has to be taken into consideration when we're talking about the landscape. Number two, how do I elevate your on-court performance? Guys, think of it like this. You can't convince the bank that your $1 is worth $10. I want you to think about me and Chelsea are in the process right now of trying to get a home here in the next year. And guys, the reality is we can't take our $250,000 and go to the bank and say, hey, this $250 is really worth $1 million. No, that's not a real thing. I don't know where that laugh came from, but that's not a real thing. You cannot convince the bank and you cannot convince these college coaches that you are better than you actually are. So the number one tip that I have for you in elevating your on-court performance is you actually have to be good enough, okay? You got to be a starter. You gotta have a decent stat line, okay? You gotta be good enough to actually be recruited. 5'1", averaging 1.2 points a game, but you were the manager last year. I'm sorry, it probably just isn't gonna happen for you. I'm not saying it's impossible. It's extremely unlikely. You have just being all the way honest. But when it comes to on terms of those on court things, guys, here's a couple things to also think about. You need to make the little things big things. Shooting, rebounding, talking on offense, talking on defense, being a great team player, having a high IQ for the game. Here, I'm going to step on some toes right here. I'm going to step on some 13s right here. What does your weight to height ratio look like? Guys, I'm sorry. 5'9", 135 pounds probably is not going to get you there. But reality, being 5'10", 185 pounds, that looks a lot better. That looks a lot more marketable. That seems like you can actually endure playing with 21. Guys, you're not playing with 17 and 18-year-olds anymore. When you make that jump to the collegiate level, you are now 18, 19 years old playing against 22, 23-year-olds. There's no, well, this is the 18U league and this is the 21 and up league. No, no, no. You are playing against some flat out right grown men who have been there, who have been conditioned, who've been in the weight room, and you think your 145 is going to cut it? Stop lying. We have to stop telling ourselves these lies. Guys, it's not, bro. You just finally last year put a 45 on the bar. Bro, that's not it, my man. That's not going to get you there. So, what does your weight to height ratio look like? Here's another one for you. You actually have to play and be competitive in meaningful games, specifically playoffs and district. District and playoffs has to be, you have to perform. You can't go egg. You can't not show up. You can't have a stat line preseason and then not have a show up when the stage gets big. These college coaches want to see if you are able to play on big stages. Get off of charter buses, get off of private planes from the university, stay in a hotel 4 or 5 nights out of the week. You're gone out of school and you still got to be able to perform your 15, 16 points a game. Are you somebody that's like that? It's going to start in those meaningful games in district. It's going to start in those playoff appearances. That's where it's going to show up for you guys at. And then lastly, you got to have a relationship with your coach. If you don't have a relationship with your coach, that should be ground zero for you. You need to start there. Because your coach can be a really, really good resource. He's been coaching 16, 17, 18, 22, 23 years. He knows people that may be looking for somebody, if you're somebody worth looking at, that could help you open up a door, at least get your foot into one. Guys, number 3, let's talk about off-court strategies for a second. If you have not done this exercise yet, I strongly recommend that you do this. You need to build a list. You need to build a list of your prospective schools. I know everybody's finna get ready to say Duke, Florida, Kansas, Arkansas, Texas, bro. That's where I want to go to school at. Okay. Probably not. But we can definitely talk about it. My recommendation is you should have 5 to 10 Division II, Division III schools that are in your state or next to you. Okay, in your state or next to you. I live in Texas, specifically Houston. And so if I'm talking to you, I would say, hey, you need to give me 5 to 10 Division II schools in Louisiana. You need to give me 5 to 10 Division II schools in Arkansas, 5 to 10 in Oklahoma, and 5 to 10 in New Mexico, as far as junior colleges and Division II, Division III offers go. And let's start right there. You're probably not going to get the Duke men's basketball program to reach out to you if they haven't already done so, okay? If you're not EYBL, Adidas Gauntlet, top ESPN, top 50, top 150, 6'7", 6'9", with a great weight to height ratio, bro, you 6'9" with a, you 6'9", 235. Can we be real for a second? Those are those guys, okay? But it's not impossible for you to get off to college. You can still get your education paid for. We have to have the right perspective. And so that's the first thing I'll tell you. You need to build a list. Number 2, what's your grades look like? Stop kidding yourself. You retaking that English? You retaking that geometry or that algebra 2? Probably not going to get you there. Have you even taken the ACT, SAT? What's your GPA look like? Right? If you haven't been exposing yourself to the ACT and SAT and these standardized tests, and I know many colleges are kind of waived that process, what are we doing? What are we really doing? And so that's something that you need to take into consideration. If you should, at this point, if you're a senior, you should be have taken that thing 3 to 4 times. If you're a junior, you should be have taken that thing 2 to 3 times. If you're a freshman, freshmen need to be taking this thing. Do not wait to put those things off. And then you should have at least a 3.0 GPA average. And you should be taking advanced placement classes. If you're not academically, for some of you, the only saving grace that you have is that you're a really good student, and that's why you're still not off the basketball team. You're a really high character kid, and that's why coach hadn't cut your butt. You need to highlight those things in your recruitment process and the fact that you can actually play basketball, okay? And so uh, another thing that I'd say about that list that I didn't mention before, you probably need to research the roster. You probably need to research their style of play. Don't just go to the school because of the color. Oh, bro, I love their colors, bro. They white and red. That's awesome. Okay, but they have no interest in playing a walk it up or a fast paced basketball. They're looking for execution or they're looking for the fast pace. Go to schools, write lists, schools lists, write them down that pique your interest, that play the style that you want, that have the roster that, oh, okay, so I see they actually do like recruiting sub 6 foot guards. Okay, great. This is opportunity for me. Okay. And then lastly, guys, the fourth unveiling secret is let's talk about how to put together an impressive first impression. Okay. Here's what you need to know. You're dating right now. You're dating the college program that you're trying to go to right now. And when it comes to that, your highlight video is not going to be enough. And for sure, if you're going to do a highlight video, please make sure it's a highlight video of meaningful games, not third gym AAU on your cell phone, back gym consolation game. Probably not, my guy. Probably not. But second round of district against, number 5 in the city, that's pretty impressive. Meaningful games, meaningful highlights, and not just clips, but the entire game. Coaches need to see all of it. I need to see your bench performance. I need to see how you are coming in and out of the game. I need to see your mannerisms and timeouts. All of those things need to be taken into consideration, as well as putting together an athletic resume. Okay, putting together an athletic resume. What are you saying, Coach Graham? What else have you done in the game? Or were you first team all district, second team all district? Were you academic all state? All of those things are so important when it comes to building that athletic resume. And then your transcript. Can't say this enough. What's your grades look like? If you're not cutting it in the classroom, what are we talking about here? You actually have to go to college. You have to go to class in college. Newsflash. ACT, SAT, GPA, community service. Those are the big 3. ACT, SAT, GPA, community service. That right there is going to get you through the door. And here's the deal. If we aim for the moon and fall in the stars, we're still good. What are you saying, Coach Graham? Guys, let's say you go through this whole process and you don't get that offer, but you got a 3.5 GPA average. You made a 25 on the ACT, and you've been taking KP classes. You can still go to college for free. You can still go to college for free. That's my story. I didn't get the D1 offer. I didn't. But you know what? I made $18,000 to $19,000 at the University of Arkansas Little Rock. Thank you. Go Trojans. Go Trojans. Throw them a little shout out. I made $19,000 for free. I have zero debt. 2 degrees, zero debt because of my academic prowess. Okay? Just keep that in mind. And then, as I said, guys, when it comes to your mentality about all of this, you have to keep the right mentality. You have to understand what you're up against. You have to understand that you have to do what the 99% aren't doing to get what the 1% have. And that's why you subscribe to this channel. That's why you watch these videos, to gain perspective so that you can elevate your performance, guys. I hope this helps. I hope you understand the landscape. I hope you we gave you some nuggets for the on-court performance, off-court strategies. Guys, here's another one, off-court strategy. It just came to my mind. If you should have a professional headshot, you need to clean up your social media, right? Guys, coach is not going to pick you up if he searches you up and sees that you got 9 videos of twerking at the party. You know what I'm saying? If you got videos of of contraband. I'm gonna call it contraband, weed and drugs, and just walking, just tomfoolery on your social media. Clean up your social media. Become more marketable. Professional headshots. Really good, well put together highlight videos of meaningful games. I can't. I mean, guys, there's 100 other things that we can talk about, but these are the biggest things. These are the biggest things that you need to do to help elevate your chances to getting recruited. Guys, as I say it at the end of every video, don't wish it was better. You just need to get better. This is Coach Graham, Point 5 Basketball, guys. Take care.